The Imperial Inquisitors were introduced into canon in Star Wars Rebels with the Grand Inquisitor. Made up of fallen Jedi, the members of the Inquisitorius were responsible for hunting down and destroying any Jedi survivors of Order 66. Today I'll go through all of the Inquisitors we know so far. First, let's just mention Darth Vader because he was in charge of the program. He was not an Inquisitor, but he was responsible for training them to be stronger in the dark side of the Force, and on the battlefield he took charge of their every move. The Grand Inquisitor was once a Jedi Temple guard who witnessed Barriss Offee's trial near the end of the Clone Wars, where she proudly claimed that the Jedi Order had lost their way. This event, coupled with a desire to learn forbidden knowledge in the Jedi archives, led to his downfall, and he joined the ranks of the Empire as the head of the Inquisitors, second only to Vader. He was involved in the capture and death of Jocasta Nu. He continued to hunt Jedi for 15 years. During that time, he was also involved in seeking out Force-sensitive children so that they might be corrupted into service for the Empire. He was killed on board the Star Destroyer Sovereign after a duel with the Jedi Kanan Jarrus. We currently don't know the identities of the first through fourth brothers or sisters in the Inquisitorius. It's possible the Grand Inquisitor could count as the first brother, so to speak, but we don't know for sure. The next Inquisitor we do know of is the fifth brother. His species was never specified, but he outlived the Grand Inquisitor by about a year. He was killed on Malachor by Maul, who, despite not being a Jedi, was still a known target for the Inquisitors. The sixth brother was a fairly short-lived member of the group. His species was also not known, although he was noted to have smelled like fish. In his first training session with Vader, his arm was cut off to teach him a lesson about loss. Nearly a year after the rise of the Galactic Empire, he traveled with Vader, Tarkin, a number of other Inquisitors, and their contingent of clone troopers to Mon Cala to seek out a hidden Jedi named Farron Barr. Their prey was crafty and turned their own clones against them, so the sixth brother cut off the ninth sister's leg to ensure his survival. Shortly after, he was sent to hunt down Ahsoka Tano, but he was killed in the duel, and Ahsoka purified the red kyber crystals in his lightsaber to become white, and she used them in her new weapons. The seventh sister was a Miri Allen and contemporary to the fifth brother. Together they hunted Kanan and Ezra after the death of the Grand Inquisitor. They tracked their enemies to Malachor, where Maul killed them both. The eighth brother was also present on Malachor, having been on the hunt for Maul himself, a being he called the Shadow. The eighth brother was a Turellian Django jumper, and he died when his lightsaber was damaged by Kanan Jarrus. The ninth sister was a large Dewutin that was empathetically strong in the Force, meaning she could easily read the emotions of those around her. She accompanied Vader on a mission to the planet Kabaria, where she was ordered to not interfere unless called upon. When Vader did request her assistance, she ignored him, blaming a faulty communicator. She surprisingly got away with that, and later accompanied Vader and the other Inquisitors to Mon Cala. The sixth brother cut off her leg and left her for dead, but as far as we currently know, she still survived the attempt on her life. The final known Inquisitor is the 10th brother. He was a blind Jedi formerly known as Proset Dibs. Early on in the Clone Wars, he felt that the Jedi should not be taking part in the conflict, similar to Barriss Offee. Believing they were going against the basic tenets of peace and justice the Jedi were meant to uphold, he confronted Mace Windu, was defeated, and basically placed on house arrest at the Jedi Temple. He was likely an easy target for Palpatine to corrupt. He was also part of the mission to Mon Cala, but he did not survive the betrayal of his clone troopers. Another Inquisitor has been mentioned in the role-playing adventure book Ghosts of Dathomir. All we know about her right now is that she was female and that she was killed on Dathomir. It's possible that she could have been the first, second, third, or fourth sister, but I'd say her inclusion in a role-playing book instead of an actual story leaves that up for debate. I would also guess that Maul killed the first, second, third, or fourth brother or sister, since we've seen his new double-bladed lightsaber shares some similarities with the Inquisitor-style lightsaber. I do think the full roster of Inquisitors will eventually be revealed to us, likely in the ongoing Darth Vader comic, or maybe the upcoming video game Jedi Fallen Order. I think it's also possible that the numbering convention could be a tactic to hide the actual number of Inquisitors. Maybe there is no first, second, third, or fourth Inquisitor, but the people of the galaxy are only meant to think that they exist to keep the Inquisitorius more mysterious. But as of right now, those are all the Inquisitors we know about for sure. Do you have a favorite of the bunch? Do you think we'll learn more about them in the future? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.